I don't know how to get. Okay. Okay, I'm back. Hopefully y'all can rejoin this new stream. I had to do a completely different stream. It just wouldn't allow me to go back into that old stream. So, what does this all mean? And what is it that we need to be doing right now? Okay, we back, y'all. All right, we back. Okay. All right, Black Bruja, I see you. You in here. How did seeing that UFO make y'all feel? And this Pisces energy is all about the feels. How did you feel? That's the most important thing because a lot of times we're looking for information and validation through the intellect, and we're bypassing how we feel. The message that was coming from that ship comes through the way you felt. Now, I have no idea how somebody created a YouTube short 5 years ago. That lets me know that we're going through a timeline blend, as I have spoken about. And if you have galactic origins and you have been doing some of the work with us or even with just with yourself and research, you're reconnecting with your galactic origins, which means there are elders and there are star tribes who oversee you while you're in this journey. Pay close attention to what your feelings are communicating with you. Pay attention to your dreams because we are in a frequency war right now. The time is over for being able to just hope and wish that you connect spiritually and not do the work. You have to apply yourself. You have to actually invest in your spiritual connections. You have to nurture them so that you can cultivate connection. Now, what I got from that, because I had goosebumps in the dream and I woke up with goosebumps. I had a hard time believing that what I witnessed was a dream. So that means that not only was I remote viewing, but I fully astral traveled to Ohio to watch this ship that other people were witnessing and actually uploaded who were also in Ohio. So if you ever needed proof in astral projection, lucid dreams, teleportation, that's the proof right there. And yeah, the timelines emerge exactly the place of stones. So this means that different versions of your reality is open to reprogram. And this is the reason that we must choose our words cautiously, choose our mindsets, and also enforce healthy boundaries in this period because who you allow in your space energetically, not physically, energetically, is either going to strengthen your connection to spirit or weaken your connection to spirit. The people who are seeing this ship, it don't matter what they believe in, what they think they know. This is part of that 144,000, which is not so much a number of people, but it's a frequency. And it connects to all seven chakras. And when you add up the petals of all seven chakras, it comes to 144,000. Telepathy is getting really, really dominant right now. It is one of the most dominant forms of communication, even for people who aren't aware of it. So being able to hear each other's thoughts, being able to pick up on thoughts of interdimensional beings in our space connected to us and around us, being able to even experience our pets' thoughts. Like I can hear what my dog is thinking, and I have tested it over and over again to see if it was accurate. And it is every single time. It's like on some Dr. Dolittle shit. I'm like, okay, all right, like I started talking about Weirdo Gang because these conversations are considered to be like the stranger things that happen, right? But for those of us who were called to be spiritual beings, to be these love workers on this planet, to heal the karma, right, and to create a timeline where we experience dharma, like these things are going to become common. So this is what's occurring, and this is why so many people are having communication issues. It's like it's Mercury retrograde all the time now, and it's because if your telepathy is getting stronger, but you don't know how to enforce boundaries, mental, physicals, and spiritual, emotional. And if you're dealing with people who maybe are semi-aware or not really that aware, they live below the veil of consciousness and they don't really self-police themselves, what's happening is you're picking up on all of the mixed messages. So, and this goes both ways. We can be the ones sending the mixed messages or the ones picking up on them or both. So this is the reason why now all of a sudden we're starting to feel like what people are, their true motive is something else. And if you are a naturally suspicious person, it's on steroids for you right now. And you find yourself wondering what did that person really mean? Why are they saying that? Why are they looking at me that way? I walk past complete strangers and hear their thoughts. And this can be unnerving when you have not practiced how to work with this energy. Recently, it was two young guys who were like selling I guess it was some candy bars or something, but they said they was raising money and they had a little sign and they was soliciting standing outside of the FedEx store. And on my way in, they asked and I didn't say anything. And when I got ready to leave, I said, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and just give them whatever I have. And this is something I do all the time because I believe that my Atmakarika, which is my soul planet, is Saturn. To heal the wounds connected to Saturn, I must be involved in some form of charity, service to others. So this is one of the reasons that I do this. And I taught a class all about connecting with your soul planet as well. That's on Patreon on all tiers. But when I gave them the money, initially I felt good about it. I felt like it was a beneficial thing to do. Then I heard his thoughts. It was disrespectful, to say the least. It pissed me off. And seconds after hearing the thoughts, he said it out loud. I just kept walking, and I was just like, there is a huge responsibility that comes with these psychic gifts that a lot of us have been trying to activate, right? Opening the third eye, opening the heart chakra. The heart chakra is how you connect to spirituality. There is no other path into the spirit realm except through the portal of the heart, right? But there's a responsibility that I feel like on a collective level, a lot of people haven't really talked about. What responsibility comes with hearing people's thoughts? Are you going to pick and choose your battles? Are you going to call out people every single time there is a nuance of another motive in their subconscious mind outside of what they're presenting to you? And how are you going to respond? Are you going to respond energetically to the energy beneath what they're saying, or are you going to respond to what they're saying? Are you going to feel like those people are fake? You know, all of these things come up not only that, but this also means that this is why dating is so hard right now, because the veil is down. So that cute little shiny false self that a lot of us created, you can't really use it no more. You can't, not effectively. And again, and as I say, when I have these types of dreams, this is a activation on the ley lines that are impacting certain people. It's not a coincidence that you are watching me right now. You were meant to see this. This information is not privy to everybody. It's not for everybody. The events leading up to this was me realizing that I was clairsalient, which is my ability to sense information from certain odors. Sometimes it's no explanation for the odor. I can be smelling a cigar and nobody around me, nobody in my house smokes a cigar. I now can communicate with that smell and pick up a message. I can smell the things in my dreams now, consciously, you know, and as these different clairs that I didn't even know existed are coming online, I'm noticing that I'm becoming more sensitive to other people's emotional energy. So that means that the spiritual work that is required is for me to be able to have these experiences, but it not change or program me, condition me to respond in a way as a result of the experience. I'm having to actually be a creator of my own reality, learn how to create my moods, put a boundary around that emotional tone, and don't let what's happening outside of me change it. This is how you become a true master of this reality. So all of these things are occurring right now. I'm gonna drop in quickly because I'm being guided to help y'all drop in. So I just want to help y'all connect. And I do have more classes that I'm planning on bringing. I'm restructuring the site. Like I said, I'm getting censored a lot. And it can be frustrating because I want to connect with more people and I want to teach these things and be able to like break them down and teach them in a way that you get the full gamut of what I'm discussing. But for now, a lot of these master classes are on Patreon on all the tiers. So go there, do the starseed meditation, do the fire pujas, do the quantum shifting meditations. Like y'all, this timeline is collapsing. The people who do not do the work are becoming zombies, meaning they are not in control of their impulses. They are being fully programmed and ran by codes, conditions, assimilation, and instincts, what's considered to be acceptable. The hive mind is what we are detaching from. So for me to be able to astral travel to Ohio, and within 6 to 8 hours get confirmation from people I've never met before who was sitting and looking at the exact same thing that I was, shows that this quickening that's occurring is telling us, come on, you need to go ahead and get to it. It's, don't make excuses, do the best that you can and trust the process, but you got to get to it. You can't be a sitting duck and do nothing. And there are a lot of sounds associated with these sightings that I just found out about today. People are hearing people screaming like they're being tortured coming from under the ground and the sky, but you can't see anything. This is happening worldwide right now. So, as I'm saying, you're not just existing in this present moment with me, but there are multidimensional aspects of you. And sometimes there is an aspect of us that is going through hell. There are people who are trapped and prisoners inside their own perception, their own reality, and they don't know how to break free and get out of it. So some of those screams and those sounds that are being heard are coming from the unseen realm, coming from the astral realm. There are portals being opened as well. The magnetic poles are shifting, and all of this plasma that is hitting us, coming from the sun and these CMEs, is also shifting our molecular structure to be more crystalline. So with that, some of the things that you might feel is just this coldness that come over your body all of a sudden. I thought I was coming down with something earlier today because I went from being hot to freezing cold. And I had chill bumps all over me, and it didn't make sense. So just sitting there and communicating with my body, and I realized I was getting a download. And the download was to do this live video tonight. So I'm going to show you all a really simple way that you can drop into your self outside of physical reality. All right. So a lot of times we have difficulty meditating because we got preconceived notions in our mind what meditating should be and what it should look like. And it really don't have to fit into what you read or what somebody else video said. Like, it's about finding what works for you. But one thing without a doubt that works for everybody is being able to drop into your breath. And I'm going to guide y'all, drop it into the breath. And within your chakras, there are universes within your chakras. So you can have experiences just by connecting with your own energy body, because we are the microcosm of the macrocosm. And if we're having these sightings and hearing these sounds and seeing all of these things, then that's letting us know, as within, so without, as above, so below. So to go within. So we're going to go into the crown chakra. First, I'm going to get us grounded with breath, because you do want to ground before you venture into these chakras, because it's so easy to get lost in the ethers, especially for those of us who are mostly air element in our zodiac, our natal chart. And you can get lost. You can get lost in your mind. And if your human design, your head is undefined, you definitely can get lost up there. All right. So grounding is a really great thing to do before you do any spiritual activities where you're working with these energy centers, because it's a lot of wattage that you're connecting to. So if you would just close your eyes and look up as if you're looking at your eyebrows. This is going to help you to connect with your third eye. I want you to take 3 slow, deep breaths and visualize Mama Earth reaching up, connecting with the soles of your feet, and holding you like 2 magnets sticking to each other. With each breath, breathe into the belly the way babies breathe. This helps to soothe the nervous system. Relaxation is one of the most important aspects of meditation, of any spiritual experience. If you are not relaxed, you will not be able to tap into your own superpowers that are being activated. We're going to hold it for 4 seconds. And when you exhale, exhale with sound. Remember what I'm saying about sound is so important, because sound creates structure. Dr. Emoto water experiment showed us that different aspects of us is 70 to 90% water, from plasma to the brain. So that sound of you releasing that sigh, growl, however it come out, is a part of the grounding process to help you stick and anchor in the present moment, which is important for any spiritual experience to happen. Don't force it. Don't worry about whether or not you are doing it right, whether or not you're going to get a message. This is just a state of allowing. You would take that first inhale into the belly. Hold it for 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Second inhale, fill your belly with the breath. Exhale. We're discharging all unnecessary energy and density. Last inhale, fill your belly with the breath. Exhale. Now I want you to take your hands and clasp your hands together where both of your palms are touching one another. There are chakras in the palms of our hands. This is allowing us to close the circuit so that we can hold the energy that we are drawing up from Mother Earth. Visualize a bright purple pillar of light shooting from your crown chakra, the top of your head, out to the cosmos. And it is spreading all throughout the stars, the planets, the galaxies. Make sure that you continue to breathe. Just relax. You don't have to breathe a certain way. This purple pillar is grasping any information, any messages that spirit has been trying to bring to you. Sit in silence and breathe for a moment. Like water pouring into a glass, cosmic downloads are pouring into your crown chakra. Send out telepathic messages to your star tribes, your guides, that you are open to receive the messages. You may start to feel vibrations in your hands, tingles, sensation, temperature changes in your body. Don't judge it. You don't have to analyze what it means. Just allow. Offer thanks. The messages will continue to flow and stream in throughout the rest of the night, the rest of your day, the rest of your week. Just give gratitude. Whether you feel something, sense something, or not, give gratitude. Send it to the cosmos. You are now a 5D tower from Earth to the cosmos. Take your hands that you clasp together, keep them clasped, but open the palms and lay your hands on your heart chakra. Visualize the energy open in the back of the heart. This is the way that we receive energy, through the back of us. Allow that love, allow the energy of source to flow into the back of your heart. This is a safe space where you can open and allow and trust. Now visualize waves, like sound waves, emitting from your heart chakra all around you. You can send those waves throughout the room where you are sitting. Send those waves throughout the city where you are. Just allow it to expand. Just visualize a map of the earth. And these waves are being broadcast out across the entire planet. Set the intention to spread love. I want you to start coming back to your physical body by connecting with your breath. Coming back, coming back, coming back into the body. Now you can open your eyes and trust the process that I've guided you through. I could feel dolphins and whales while I was doing that, almost as if they were aware of the people who drop into this practice. Really interesting. So I hope that this was helpful for you all. I want you to just allow the messages to come. The stranger something feels, sometimes the more true it is, right? And this is not a time to judge anything. Just be open and curious. The messages will come to you. And the amethyst that I mentioned, I'm going to show y'all something, because crystals are programmed, just like quartz crystals are used to program some of the most powerful computers in this world. All quantum computers use crystals. So there's information within crystals. And it's something about amethyst. Before I saw this purple ship, I have been more drawn to amethyst lately. So I want to show y'all this indigenous woman who was holding a baby wrapped to her chest that showed herself to me. And from time to time, I ask for her guidance and her help, and she communicates to me. If you can't see her, that's okay. If you see something different, that's okay as well. But I want y'all to see that a lot of us have been using these tools because we're just not really beginning reconnection to this aspect of the intelligence that's within us on a divine level. But there's a deeper connection that you can make where these tools begin to speak to you and give you guidance. So let me show y'all her. I don't know if y'all can see her in there, but it's a woman in there. And she has a baby wrapped to her. I can't come any closer because it'll go out of focus. Now, this indigenous woman worked with crystals, and she programmed messages in here. And at the bottom of this crystal, I don't know if you can see it, but at the bottom of this crystal, go back to where it was. There's a fingerprint inside of this crystal as well. So this was one of the first times that I reconnected with my own ability to communicate with objects, which is called psychometry. And this was something that I did naturally as a kid. I always had this fixation with crystals and rocks and fossils, and I never knew why. The information that's in there, you will get a different message every time. Crystal scrying is something that really did change my life. It helped my meditation. If you have a difficult time dropping into meditation, just scry and stare into your crystals. You can do it with sunlight. You can do it with a flashlight. You can do it with a candle, but it will help you to pull out of the 3D matrix. Because we're breaking free, the 3D matrix is pulling with tentacles every way it can to trap as many souls as possible in that lower vibrational experience so that we're not getting these messages. So I can almost guarantee that at least half of y'all here, no matter when you see this video, are going to have your own experiences. Make sure that you write them down, give gratitude for them. And I'm so serious about this, y'all. If you know, y'all know what it is that you have been putting off that it's time to do. You know, it's in your inner being. So tune into that and see what that is for you. It could be something different. But we must do this because this war would not be won in the physical material realm. We must learn to be disciplined, to have these gifts, because it comes with great responsibility. And it is hard to be kind to people who have layers of communication that you're picking up on, especially if they are not aware of it. It's so hard. And you have to choose who you are, how you're going to be, how you're going to respond, because it is your reaction to reality that creates your reality, not the events occurring in your reality. So I want to invite y'all to Patreon. I'm going to drop the tiers in there. It's always in the description. With me healed codependency, I'm an overgiver. I'm an oversharer. I overdo all of that. You know, I give more sometimes than I receive. And this is something that I've been working on intensely. And I'm actually getting ready to launch a new course to help y'all do the same thing. And like I said, the proof is in the pudding, so to speak. But get off the timeline, okay? And the what made me do this video today, I've been pulling back from doing these. I used to do lives every week, if y'all remember, right? But today we went somewhere. I felt the shift happen. And when we got back in the vehicle, the time went back a whole hour. You know, your vehicle, the time don't change unless it was some type of power outage or the battery died or something like that. None of that happened. And matter of fact, before I get off here, I'm finna show y'all because I want y'all to see this. For some of y'all might be like, an hour ain't a big deal. To lose an hour and it's not daylight savings time or none of that going on, that is letting you know that your awareness of what's happening on a multidimensional level is strengthening. And this goes back to what I'm saying. We truly are the X-Men, but we have not been responsible with our gifts. And because of our trauma, because of the unprocessed trauma, because of the repressed anger, because of not knowing how to grieve properly, sometimes we're doing more of a disservice than anything, especially to ourselves. So check this out because I almost forgot, but let me show y'all this. It take a lot to trip me out. But when I was asking when was I gonna, supposed to do this video today, and it happened like that, I was like, okay, all right. Y'all making sure I get the message. But check this out. Look at that. That's the time when I started this live stream. It was 8:43. I told you I was going to start it at 8:45 and I was a few minutes late. I had Ernest go back and double check it again. And the time in the truck, I wasn't mistaken. I wasn't seeing something that I really wasn't seeing. It's still an hour behind. So it's almost as if we shifted an hour forward in our timeline. And that lets me know that the earths are splitting once again. So now more than ever, opt out of anything in your timeline you don't want to reverberate through your life and invest your energy in what you do want to be a part of your life. This tripped me out. And it took me 20 minutes to accept the fact that that happened. And like I said, the battery did not go dead. So when you start really channeling and working with this stronger wattage of energy throughout the meridians within your body, the circuits, the nadis, you will see anomalies like this happen. So this is, I just want y'all to see it for yourself. But I want y'all to do the work, go ahead and go to Patreon so that y'all can get in these courses, get in those classes if you missed it. Just sit and just listen to it while you're falling asleep. There's one other dream that I will talk about because there's a timeline that I visited because the version of Earth, there's a version of Earth that was destroyed in 2015. And I will share that later. But I went to that timeline. I had a conversation with Africa Bambaataa. I talked to Nas. It was specific people there who were performers. We had this conversation. I pulled receipts out of my pocket to show them the timeline I actually come from. And I'm telling you can't make this stuff up. You cannot make this stuff up. And so I will talk about that and I'll post it on Patreon because even though I'm demonetized, I don't want to keep posting content and messing up, what I've been building since 2006. So yes, but that's another conversation. So my point in saying that is there's nobody coming to save us. There's nobody coming to fix us. These shifts that we're seeing are a reflection of what's happening inside of us as well. It is a mirror. The crown chakra is attempting to give us information and access, but if we are not grounded, if we are not devoted to our routines, if we on again, off again, I mean, progress is up and down. You're not going to have the exact same amount of participation in your journey every day. But as long as you're doing something every single day, you're committed to meditating every single night. That's the least that we can do. Set your alarm to remind you to drop into your breath. Stop breathing shallow breaths in the chest so that your nervous system can be in a state to receive this information. Um, so much more that I want to say, but I'm gonna hold it for now. I love y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. The next Khamsin Untamed is gonna be announced really soon. We're going deep. We're going deep. I want to have the most uncomfortable conversations possible, and I want to just validate to a lot of people the spiritual things that the world tries to invalidate. No, it's valid, and it wouldn't be resistance and pushback if it wasn't. So yes, that's what we're going to be doing. So stay tuned and yeah, enjoy the rest of y'all night or day whenever you see this. Namaste, namaste. My love. Ashe.